I'm excited to get second level slots, and I can start doing Find Steed.
Oh, nice. Alright, well, if that is still going, I might be right back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Ah, jeez. I had a whole... I was talking a whole paragraph.
Oh, no.
Oh wow.
Yeah. My god. Okay, let me start again.
Before you do your paragraph, can we do a quick role play? I have a role play thing I want to do.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I turn towards Elduin.
What's that?
Elduin, my friend, I have a request for you.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as how it would seem as though our friend Abel, it would seem as though he did not survive this encounter.
That's
Or
true.
at least, if you don't mind, I want you to tell people that. We want people to believe that. You should write a song for him and tell of his exploits, of how he went down saving hundreds of people.
Oh, don't you worry. I'll make sure all of Kryn knows his name.
Good, because if he is alive, it'll pay for him. People think he's dead. It gives him a chance to stay alive, if you catch my meaning.
Ah, I see. Oh, and Isolde, before Abel left us, he handed me his shield because you said you didn't want it. Would you like to have it now?
uh, are you sure you don't want it?
Oh, I
I
mean, I can't
mean,
actually use it, but
oh yeah, I think I'll have it. I
otherwise it'll
thought
just
you were
sit on
using
my
it all this time.
mantelpiece. No, no.
Uh, yeah, I think you can have it once I'm dead. Probably soon enough. You
Oh,
know
not
how
if I
war
have
is.
anything to say about it.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, I'll take the +1 shield.
Mm. And as we are
Insane.
going down this, I assume we're just going down the river in the
Hmm.
morning. I'm gonna give an inspiring speech so everyone can get 8 temporary hit points.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
And I'll talk about the brave sacrifices of those who didn't make it out.
Very good. Okay. As the morning passes, you see the walled city of Kalaman rising in the distance, spreading across the southern shore of a wide bay. Ships sail to and from the city's walled harbor, their courses lit by a pair of towering beacons. On the shore ahead, where the Vingard River meets the Kalaman Bay, dozens of survivors from Vogler have pulled their mismatched boats ashore and have begun making camp. One person, you see, on the shore is Darrett, and he's waving to you guys as you arrive as well. And when you eventually pull up, he says, I'm glad you all made it."
Oh, Darrett, glad to see you too. I have something here for you. It's from Becklin.
He looks, he goes, "Oh, I see."
I hand him the box.
He wastes no time opening the box, actually. And upon opening it, you see that there's a suit of plate armor. And it's filigreed with Solamnic knotwork, perfectly sized for Darrett.
Oh,
There's no
Wow.
note or any instructions.
I think the message is clear.
He looks touched. "Thank you." And you can see his eyes watering, and a tear probably goes down.
Well, thank you for your help in Vogler. You'll be a fine knight.
Yes, I'll wear this Solamnic armor and use it to the best of my ability for Becklin.
I'll turn towards Jayev. Do you still have the helmet?
Jaya produces the helmet for you.
I will take the helmet carefully, gently, and I will actually present the helmet to Darrett as well. I believe you can guess who this comes from.
I think at this point, when he sees the helmet, that's when he starts bawling. But through
It's
his
okay, buddy.
tears, he'll thank you and take the helmet.
But now we have to figure out, what the hell are we gonna do? We need to find, I don't know, like the mayor of Calaman and let him know of the invasion.
Darrett composes himself and he says, "Two people, um, the Bacarises, they've already gone to Kalaman. They went there while I was trying to help the other villagers. But we haven't heard back from them."
Oh god. The worst.
Are we like, where are we? Sorry, are we like at the ports of Calaman, or are we like outside it still?
You're outside the walled city.
Okay.
It's still probably like 20 minutes walk to get to the actual gates.
Okay.
Um, Meanwhile, Ken, Isolde, and Yvain have been like ensuring if the villagers are okay, maybe a little healing here and there, just to see if uh, anyone's like really badly hurt, if anyone needs immediate help.
Yeah, you see that there's some youngsters that are struggling to land their boat. They're about 20 feet away from the shore, and they're starting to drift away.
No.
Yeah, Yvain and Isolde go and help them.
Yeah. Uh, what do you want to try and do to help him?
Oh, how far into the water are they?
Just 20 feet from where you are.
Okay, then I think Yvain would hand Yasol one end of the rope, um, sw like run into the water, swim on the boat, and tie it to something there, and Yasol is going to pull it in.
Do a survival check.
Okay. With advantage because I'm misusing my friend's
Yeah.
character.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
19.
You successfully bring them back in, and those youngsters they thank you profusely.
You're welcome. I hope you find your friends and family in this fray. Reach out to us if you need any help.
They nod, and yeah, they go to look for their family.
We go and rejoin the others if everything looks okay enough.
Yeah. By the time you get back, Mayor Raven, she approaches the group, and she says, "I think it's best if we send people to go to Kalaman and inform them of the situation. I'm gonna stay here, make sure to, do a count on everybody, make sure everyone is here. If you don't mind, can you and Darrett as well, you and your group, can you go into Kalaman and perhaps ask them if we could go into the city?"
Absolutely. I've always thought of myself as a bit of a diplomat.
Can you, if you don't mind, can you give us a token of some sort to show them that we represent uh, the mayor of Vogler? I mean, that we're not just some stragglers from somewhere.
Oh, a token. Oh, jeez, all I have on me is this big fish that I'm holding.
Well, that is the main import of Vogler, or the export.
Yes, it is.
Oh no, I've got it. I've got the fishbone puppets from the festival. They'll be like, this is only made in Vogler.
Okay,
Oh,
you know
hopefully
what?
they'll do. Oh, you
It's
can take
fine.
this fish though.
Alrighty.
No, that's okay.
I want to
I think.
use it like a puppet and be like, hey fish, should they let us in? Yeah, I think they should. And I move his mouth.
Okay, I trust you. Um, good luck.
Oh, we heard that the two Baccharuses had gone in. Can you tell us something about them? Because I feel like they could have already been Vogler's representatives inside.
Um, I mean, they've lived here. Oh, not here in Vogler for quite a while now, but people don't really like them. They are much richer than the folk of Vogler. They come from a different city somewhere down south. There are rumors that they came here to avoid some scandal. I didn't pry too much into it. But yeah, I don't really trust them. They're very much looking out for themselves all the time.
Okay, good to know. We trust your judgment. Okay, let's go in then. If the rest of the party is okay with that.
Yeah, I am. Artemis.
I kind of nod. Very well, we should probably get a move on then.
Okay. As you head towards the gates of Kalaman, you see that there's actually there's a whole like tent caravan city outside of the walls.
Mm.
Yeah, it is a huge place. Um, and you see like some people have even built structures like uh, sort of like shanty town structures. They're not really the best sturdy places, but they've made it their home sort of thing. Um, you will eventually get to the gate. Um, and it's a 2 mile trek apparently from where you landed.
My goodness.
Statues of Titanic soldiers outline the city walls, and these ancient stone knights stare into the distance, daring invaders to dash themselves against defenses that withstood even the cataclysm. And yeah, that neighborhood of tents and caravans, uh, you see that there's like a lot of people just around the walls,
Mm. Do they look
and
like traders who are just setting up out there, or like are they like does it look like they're like sort of permanently residing outside the walls?
there's probably like most of them look like they just permanently residing, but there are traders.
Okay.
Yeah, some of them look like they've just arrived. Um, yeah, it's pretty much like in the shape of a neighborhood almost.
Mm.
Yeah, but at the gate, you see that there are soldiers in blue and yellow uniforms who are questioning everybody who's trying to enter, including those traders. And they will halt. They'll ask you to halt as you arrive. What's your business here?
We come bearing grave tidings. We need to inform someone in power of a potential threat.
Uh,
Uh, we are representatives of the mayor of Wogler, and we are here to give news to the leadership on situation at Wogler to see if they can help.
he nods. All right. And he points towards the castle in the middle of the city. That's the way that you probably want to go to. Um, there was two others that said they were the representatives of Vulgar that came here not too long ago.
Oh yeah, did they go to the castle?
Yes, I think so. I pointed them in the same direction anyway.
Mm,
Okay, that's interesting.
no. All right. Well, thanks.
Okay,
Yeah, it just lets you in.
That was easy. All right, let's go to the castle.
yeah, yeah. I don't think running to the castle would help us get there earlier than the other guys, right?
No, I think they probably were there like hours ago or something.
Yeah. Okay, let's hope we're charismatic enough to undo all the damage that they've probably done.
Listen, if you need charisma, I'm your guy.
I mean, technically. Okay, yeah, I think I'm more scary than friendly, but okay, let's go.
Okay. So even if the imposing castle in the middle of the city didn't stand atop 100-foot cliffs, it would still tower over every other structure. The path to it rises up the cliffside, overlooked by gigantic structures, uh, gigantic statues that match those of the ones along the walls of the city. And at the path's end, guards stand before an open gate.
I procure the fish from my pocket.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we can. I don't think a fish would work, would it?
Maybe not, but it's worth a shot.
Okay. Let's use our words before we have to use the fish.
Very well.
Yeah.
Do the guards say anything as we approach?
Yeah, same thing when you arrive in the city, but this time, at the castle gate, he says, "Halt! Uh, what is your business here at the castle?"
The situation in Vogler, pretty much. We represent the people of Vogler,
Uh,
and we have important information about the security of this town.
Uh, uh, After the Elduin says that, I point towards Dadit and me and go, we represent the Knights of Solamnia and we are here to seek help for Vogler if possible.
he nods. And in case of Deja Vu says, "Oh, we already had two people from Vogler already arrived, but I'll take you towards the council."
Perfect.
Thank you.
And one of them just says, "Follow me."
Alrighty.
As you pass through, you can see that there is quite a lot of soldiers, like thousands. This is no small village of Vogler. I probably should have said that about the city as well. This is huge, humongous city. Um, and you'll see here that there's some sort of courtyard. There's I put a few tokens, but that doesn't represent the full amount. It seems the castle acts as a barracks as well. When you get to the courtyard, you will see the the young lad who was talking shit at the funeral.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he says he goes up to you as you approach, and he says he has an arrogant smile on him. He says, "Oh, you need not to worry. My father has matters well in hand. We'll be sure to send for you and the rest of the fish folk once we've determined what's best for them."
Listen, I don't take orders from Vogler's top comedian, alright?
Do intimidation.
Bam.
He
Oh,
he looks really angry, but he doesn't do anything because obviously he can see that you guys are very powerful. And he just steps to the side.
Alrighty. We've been asked by the mayor herself, so basically we're more important than you.
He just grits his teeth. Stupid fish folk. The soldier will lead you in, and inside, yeah, you see that the council
yeah.
meeting has already started. You see a round table. 8 serious people are sitting around in this spacious hall, and at the table's end is a tall man with blonde hair and a velvet vest of blue and gold. He stands up and he says, "Oh, it seems we have more visitors. Welcome. I am Governor Kalof Miat, and your leader here." He points at the old man who looks like an older version of that of Baracus the Younger. Baccharis. I said Baracus. Says, "Yes, your leader here has briefed us on the situation in Vogler. His bold defense and his
Wow.
eagerness to strike back against these invaders. Tell us, are your people still preparing for battle?"
Wait,
I don't think he
uh,
told you quite the right thing.
I'm really sorry to say this, but I think you've been slightly misled by someone who is not the leader, neither the leader nor the representative of Vogler.
Yeah, someone with some delusions of grandeur, perhaps.
We're sorry we did not introduce ourselves. Uh, a couple of us are squires to the Knights of Solamnia, and the rest of us are
Well, me and
adventurers
this other
who've
one, we
been.
represent the what is it, the High Mages? What's the organization? The Order of the Mages of Solamnia. No, that's the Knights. What are the mages called?
Mage of High Sorcery.
We represent the Mages of High Sorcery as well. Me and the old guy.
Oh,
Don't
we
tell him that we haven't actually passed the entrance exam. All right.
yeah, they don't need to know that. But we were on the battlefield just uh, yesterday on Vogler, and we're here to give you a more accurate representation of what happened and seek help, because I don't think the right picture has been painted by someone, a coward who fled before all the weak and the elderly and the children could escape. I
Yeah,
didn't
what
see
she
him on the
said.
battlefield.
Uh,
Did
Lo-
we? Did we see him on the battlefield? I don't think we did.
Not to my knowledge.
Lord Baccharis, he looks shameful. And Governor Miat says, "Oh, this is all dire news. Then, then is there the rest of the villagers? Are they all safe though?"
They're
Uh,
currently waiting outside the walls of the city, seeking refuge. We've come to ask if you would be so humble as to grant them that in your mighty city.
He says, "My heart
Well,
goes."
those of them that survived being, pillaged by the invaders, it's really tragic stuff. Yeah, like women and children, families, so many people died, and these are the only survivors left. So, it's like it's very emotional, very hard for them.
My heart goes out to you and the rest of the villagers, but I hope you can understand our reticence to welcome you all through our city gates. These aren't normal times, Marshal. He looks to a what looks like some sort of commander, and a stern woman wearing armor embellished with blue and gold, the same as the soldiers, but in obviously some sort of yeah commander. She says, I'm Marshal Vendry. I'm afraid your situation is far from unique.
Is that so? Are other neighboring villages being invaded?
Yes, small villages and farms to the south and east of Kalaman have been burned in recent weeks.
Hmm.
Vogler, of course, is the largest to be attacked to date, and the only one that has this many survivors. We've sent patrols out, and they have been cut down with
Yeah.
mysterious claw-like gashes in their armor. You and Lord Baracus here, Baccharis, you've given us the best information in terms of these attackers, and you would have seen outside the walls many of those people are also refugees.
Hmm. Well, I can pretty confidently say the invasion force was not meant for Vogler. It was several sizes too large for Vogler. So
I agree. I think based on our reconnaissance and our experience on the battlefield, we've seen that they were not trying to occupy Vogler, but use it as a launching pad to attack the bigger target close by, which is Calaman. And if you say that, they've been attacking smaller villages previously, they are just trying to find resources to feed a 1,000+ army that
They
we
might
saw.
kind of already have you surrounded if they've been coming in from the south and stuff.
Hmm. We have been hearing rumors of war from the eastern nation of Kerr, but we considered that far off nation struggles irrelevant.
I can tell you it's no longer far off.
Uh,
I would give it, maybe 1 day, 2 days before they get here.
I agree.
The governor speaks up again as you're talking to the marshal. But the governor says, "Can your party, do you mind just waiting in the hall outside? We will discuss as a council. It shouldn't take too long on what we need to do."
Very well. But I implore you think of all the people outside the walls. If the armies arrive, they will be slaughtered.
Oh, do they ask Lord Bacaris to leave?
Yeah, they'll ask Lord Bacaris, but
Alright,
Lord
good.
Bacaris will just wait outside.
Okay, that's a win for us. Yeah, I guess we just.
Before I leave, I'll kind of turn towards the table. Before you discuss these matters, I don't know if you already know this, but many of the soldiers in this army bear the symbol of Takisis, the Queen of Dragons. I don't know if that'll mean anything to you, but I thought you should know if you didn't already.
Marshal Vendry, she says, "Thank you for your information. I'm unfamiliar with this symbol, but it should be valuable intel."
I just kind of nod and then leave the room so they can discuss.
Okay. While you're waiting, do you guys do anything or just wait around?
Let's grill the old guy.
Yeah, like
Which old guy?
um, we,
Not you, don't worry.
I assume you were Lord Bacaris. We've not made acquaintances yet, but I'm Isolde, and we all introduce each other, I guess. We do
Uh,
not appreciate whatever you've been telling them.
he says, "I simply was uh, trying to do the best of the situation and make sure everybody gets what they need."
I think you're just trying to make sure you get what you need, buddy.
Yeah, best of the situation for whom? There are people out there who've lost all of their livelihood, and people who are dying, people who are sacrificing their lives. What were you doing in there?
He says, I'm a natural born leader, and I was just planning to make use of my skills."
You
And
were talking about sending the refugees from Vogler back as an attack force.
Oh, if that's what's needed, but it's just a suggestion. We're just workshopping here.
as a natural leader, would you be willing to lead this attack force? If so, we will help you
He
as long
says,
as you are at the forefront.
"Oh, I must be back here, just for the planning and intel and whatnot."
I think, I think, Lord Vicaris, there are enough planners. You look like a man of action. You should be at the front. You should be leading us, guiding us in battle. We
Oh,
would all
what was that,
benefit from
son?
your guidance.
You need my help. He starts walking.
Lame.
Coward.
Sorry, I just my son needs my help. I'll be
What
back.
will your
Oh,
son think of you?
fix his diaper? Okay.
I'll be back. Don't worry. I'm coming, son. He goes away.
Damn. What a
Oh,
chump.
I'm glad we could get here before, you know, it's been decided to send back those poor refugees as an army.
Yeah. Who's this other person in the room with us? Are they like anyone important, or are they just like a knight reading a book?
Oh, he's this guy is probably another high-ranking officer, but he's like sort of like half security for this place. Like
Okay.
anybody that comes in, he'll note them down. Um, but yeah, it'll be close to like half an hour before you hear movement coming from inside.
Anyone know any magic tricks? Um,
Yeah, I do the green flame blade, but on my hand, just, ooh, this does nothing unless I slap someone with it.
At that moment, the chamber doors will open. Most of the council members will just walk past you without saying anything or even looking at you.
Wait, I bow, just respectfully.
They still don't take notice. Eventually walk out.
God.
But the marshal will call you in. Governor Miat says, the citizens of Kalaman are prepared to offer your people shelter in the neighborhoods outside the city walls. They'll have the protection of our soldiers, and while we can spare it, we'll share food from our tables. But he holds his eyes fixed towards all of you. There is a condition, though.
yes.
You see, our leaders were concerned about the threat posed by the enemy that attacked Vogler. And the city has woefully little information about our foe. Oral scouts have disappeared. But you know the enemy. You've seen them and you fought them. So, in return for Kalaman protecting the people of Vogler, we want you to act as special operatives to our Kalaman military. Marshal Vendry here will be in charge of you. You may discuss this if you need.
Mm,
Thank you
what
for
do you
your
guys think?
kind offer. We would like to take a minute and can we like go a
Group
little to
huddle?
the side and talk? Yeah.
Of course. Um,
Okay.
give your answer to Marshal here. Marshal will wait. I must attend some business elsewhere.
I'll not think the governor.
Artemis, get here.
Jared, you too. Did he say they wouldn't let him in the walls? What the fuck?
Yeah, I think, okay. It makes sense that they don't want to overextend their city's resources, but I think it would have been nice if they let them in.
Hmm,
I'm glad there's a patrolling force. I think we could, I don't know if we're in a position to negotiate. We
perhaps not.
have, we don't have much to give.
No,
That
what
I
say
just
you?
Dart says, I plan on taking this offer. I plan on not only helping them but getting my revenge on this army.
Don't let the darkness inside your heart consume you, Darrett.
He ponders on your advice.
I think if it's not something that we're pledging for life, I think I would also like to help protect Calaman so that it can keep protecting all the refugees outside.
I think I agree. Artemis, you're deep in thought.
well,
Oh,
I mean, we do have that person for the mages of high sorcery to meet with as well. All studying, learning.
that's true. You know, I think I would rather be like a secret task force rather than study. You've convinced me.
Yeah, I think protecting the city would protecting the city against this invasion now would help in you studying better later.
I mean, it's
You know,
practical experience. You can't get this kind of stuff in a book.
Right you are, friend. And hells, do you even remember the name of the sod we're supposed to meet here?
I got it. I got it somewhere in my books. Yhan.
Uh, that was a rhetorical. Never mind, it's fine.
Well, I mean, if we have time, we can go find him. But I guess we should say we will take the governor's offer.
I agree.
Very well
Yeah,
then.
we go
Although
find Marshall Vendry. Sorry, what were you saying?
I don't know, nothing. I do believe we might have some room for negotiation. I mean, after all, the governor did say that we have more information that we've already given than anyone else has so far.
Uh, I agree, but honestly, information can only put so much food on someone else's table. And
That's
I think we can offer that the people of Vogler can help in some way,
fair.
maybe work for their food. I don't want to promise too much, but
I think I'd like to request from them that like they will take them in the walls if an army arrives.
yeah, okay. Yeah, we go find Marshall Vendry.
Right? I mean, she's just standing in the corner of the room,
Yeah.
looking at us. Aye, we're done.
As you go so. All right. If you have any questions, you can ask me. But have you come to a decision?
We were wondering, before we give our decision, we were wondering if what would happen if an army does attack Kalaman. Would you take the refugees into the walls or in the time of war?
Oh, yes, of course. Um,
Okay.
we'll try to fit as long as everybody fits.
Can you promise that? The
Yes.
looker dead in the eyes.
We're,
Okay.
we're not going to live innocent out in the battlefield.
Very well.
Okay. Very well.
Well, then I think we have a deal.
We pledge ourselves to the safety of Kalaman and its citizens, and in extension, the refugees.
Excellent. You shall be serving our military. You are now esquires of Kalaman, and with that, you will be paid 5 gold per week. And you will be provided with free lodging here. On the 4th floor, there's room for you. And she gets out. It seems like while you were talking, she got one of the soldiers to retrieve something. I figured you would accept the deal, so I had this ready for you. And she gives out palm-sized emblems with blue and gold symbols of Kalaman etched into its face. This is a symbol of your special rank, which is akin to being a lieutenant. Higher than soldiers, but lower than the commanders.
Nice.
We understand and accept. Can we like pin those badges onto our clothes or something?
Yeah.
Or is it like a FBI kind of situation?
You can definitely you can pin, but if you want, you just keep it in
Okay.
your pocket. She says, I assume you must report back to the people of Vogler, but when you're ready, my office is on the 2nd floor of this castle. I will give you your first duties when you return. Until then, ensure your people are safe, and you should familiarize yourself with the city.
Alrighty.
Speaking of the
Yeah.
city and familiarizing ourselves, forgive me for asking, but do you know where I can go to either have my robes looked at or possibly get new ones? And I'll kind of gesture towards what will most likely be some singe marks on my robes. I mean, I took all my health and fire damage. At
That
that
is
point, I can
true.
only yeah, I can only imagine some damage was done to my robes.
But your robes are already black, right? So it blends in.
Yeah. You-
We can provide you with some robes and any basic armor or
Do you have
weapons
like
that
a
you need
tourism pamphlet?
of the city.
Yeah.
I guess we have a map, and she just produces this map.
That would be helpful.
Nice.
Probably not all of those parts are pointed out, but
Yeah.
yeah. There's lots of markets here. I recommend if you want anything that we cannot provide, going to the markets.
Gotcha.
Thank you. We'll report back soon once we get our people settled.
Very well. I look forward to handing you your first assignments.
Yeah, I think once we start right before we start leaving, I'll just thank her. me and my companions would like to thank you and the council for the kindness that you've shown us today. Our people really need it.
I think we'll need each other with what's taking place right now. We'll need all the help that we can get.
Too true.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, bye. And then we'll leave.
Okay.
See ya.
Leaving the castle, will you head straight back to the camp?
Yeah, I think
guess.
so. I mean, if you guys want to head out into the market, or if you keep saying you're looking for someone, if you want to do that right now, Elaine and I can just go inform and then join you in a bit.
Yeah. Sure. I don't mind either way. Like I don't imagine it'll take too long to go inform them. Then we can go wander the town.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds good. We hike back 5 miles.
Okay. Heading back to the camp and informing them, Mayor Raven will thank you profusely. A lot of people are thanking you profusely. She says that the survivors of Vogler's militia intend to offer their assistance as well. And also, you can stop calling her mayor. You know, so long as Vogler is taken over by that invading army, I'm just Raven.
We understand, but I think having a leader in these trying times would really help the people of Fogler keep a positive attitude.
Too true.
She nods. Perhaps. But thank you once again.
You're welcome.
Soon after, you also see several wagons and a contingent of soldiers from Kalaman will come to the camp and with food and supplies.
I trust that you and your trusted people will see to the distribution of this, because we tell her about what the Baccharuses were trying to do so that they know not to trust them.
She nods. Yeah, they haven't returned. Perhaps they're still in the city.
They're probably scheming somewhere.
And yeah, you can see that people start making extending the the neighborhood outside, creating sort of like a tent city of sorts. And before we go any further, perhaps, unless was there any last bits that people wanted to do before the session ends?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think I'd say we can end it here and head back into the city next session.
Yeah.
Very good. So yeah, we'll end this session there, and from here on out, it's going to become very open world. You guys will be able to we've been on a sort of linear path a bit, but from here on out, it becomes very open.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, is it gonna continue at this sort of same pace where it's a level every session or two, or is it gonna slow down a bit?
No, yeah, it slows down dramatically.
Oh, that's good. I was like, this campaign's gonna be over in 10 more sessions.
Yeah, this is like I said, that the prelude was how you get introduced to magic and whatnot, but I think this whole part was pretty much like that
Okay,
prelude,
yeah.
prologue, I guess.
That's fair.
But yeah, good work. You guys didn't die. No one died.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you're level 4. Should we vote for inspiration?
Yeah. I'll go first. I'm going to vote for Elduin for all those crucial heals in that battle. I think I would have killed Yvain if I kept rolling those death saves. And Yvain
I
also votes for Elduin.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think I have to agree. I also vote Elduin. Not not even just the heals, but also those bardic inspirations. While a couple of them did not work out, for the most part, did come in very handy.
Alrighty, well, I guess it doesn't really matter who I vote for, but I thought Isolde gave some good like monologues for your character, some good speeches.
Yeah, she's a goody two shoes. I'm trying so hard to be nice.
I love it so much. I'm like, we're such a nice party. We don't do anything bad.
Yeah, it's good.
The black